What is up, guys? It is Nundark. Sometimes there are just days where you don't want to make a video, and it's hard for me to come down here and into the basement and make one of these videos. This ain't one of those days. This ain't it. This is a day where I am juiced, absolutely juiced, to make a video. Did I get you? Did I get you? Did you think this was going to be a lackluster? Oh, we're going to get a different Nundark, a mopey, unenthused Nundark. It ain't happening. Why? Because today's topic is what would it cost if you wanted to buy one of every sealed ETBs, Elite Trainer boxes, from each Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet set. Okay, this is something, the Elite Trainer box is a product that I love strictly because I think it's the best way to just get a little bit of a taste of what the set is, to have the player's guide, to be able to see all the cards in the set, to open up your 9 or 10 packs, and get a little feel for the set, right? It's not a booster box, it's not the way to pull the most cards or the most hits, but it displays very well. None of these are sealed, full disclosure. Everyone who's been a member or a subscriber or part of this journey together for a while now knows that. None of these are sealed. I open them up. I like to know what's in every set. I'm not a sealed investor. Biggest weakness of me is sealed investing. But I do have almost every single ETB that's going to be mentioned on this list today, and some big ones right here that we're going to highlight and talk about. I've purchased them all, I've opened them all, I display them all. I think they still look phenomenal. Nobody is going to walk down here and say that this is not a gorgeous looking Evolving Skies ETB, but it is worthless because it's not sealed. So I get it. But in planning my 2025 collecting budget and in looking at maybe reacquiring the sealed versions of each of these Elite Trainer boxes, I wanted to do a part 2 from like 2 weeks ago's video on the booster boxes and say, hey, we found out what it costs to buy every booster box from Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. If you haven't seen that video, go look at that video. I'll link it after this video is over at the end of this video. That was said very well. But similar to that video, I want to now do a more affordable option, and equally as kind of coveted, especially from a collectability and displayability standpoint, the Elite Trainer boxes. Now, full disclosure, what I was going to show on the screen was the prices I gathered from 2 weeks ago when I took the time to look up all the market values on TCG Player, put spreadsheets together. I did this for the booster boxes and the Elite Trainer boxes at the same time to save time. I was going to share those prices today and just let you guys know that they were 2 weeks old. Very quickly, as I was just running through them, I noticed that things have changed rapidly in 2 weeks. For almost every single Elite Trainer box, no different than what's happening in the singles market, it's happening in the sealed product market. Cards and Pokemon in general are just literally through the moon, and I can't keep up, and neither can my charts. So what I did, and this is just not the best way to do that, I couldn't find the spreadsheet I made. I could find the screen grabs of the info on the spreadsheet I made. So I just started writing in pen, right, with my little cursor, the updated prices. So here we go. What you're seeing on the screen right now is the Sword and Shield Elite Trainer box prices every set. Regular sets, main series sets, and specialty sets come with an Elite Trainer box. In my shoddy handwriting is the current price as of January 29th for these boxes. You will notice as you go down the list here that every box has gone up except for Evolving Skies is down $1. Okay, interesting, kind of, because it's a hot commodity. Has it reached its ceiling? I don't think so, but argument to be had. But every other box has gone up in value, and again, this is in 2 weeks. Right? If you look at the 30-day data, the 90-day data, it is Mount Everest's summit climb, right? Right now, it's looking a little bit like base camp. It's still going up, but we only have 2 weeks of data here. But I think this is really cool. Ignore the penmanship, but if you can get past that, it's cool to know what's happened in literally 2 weeks, and that it costs $1,319, $1,319, 2 to 3 weeks ago to buy all of these Elite Trainer boxes. Now it's already up to $1,464. That's crazy. That is $150 in growth in 2 weeks. So if you had these in your collection sealed, and if my display wall here was all sealed ETBs, right, and this Evolving Skies ETB was sealed, and this Fusion Strike ETB, which is absolutely going to the moon, was sealed, my Elite Trainer Box portfolio, just of having one each in the last 2 weeks, would have gone up $150. I could have gone and bought 3 more Elite Trainer Boxes, or another one of Prismatic Evolutions, or whatever, or go get you know, a copy of the Blastoise and Venusaur Raw from 151. Whatever I need to do for my collection, I could have made it, and then some if I had all these sealed. And who knows what's going to be in the next 2 weeks, in the next month. Eventually we're going to hit some point where there is some regression. So this is not a video of me telling you to go buy these or not. It's just, if you want to, here's the prices. So just going down the list here, Sword and Shield base went from $58 to $61. Oh yeah, that's a 155. So Rebel Clash only grew $2. It's up to $155. Darkness Ablaze is at $52, one of the cheaper ones. If not the cheapest one, with Astro Radiance and Silver Tempest coming shortly thereafter. But those have trainer galleries. So those are sets that maybe, hey, they're only $54 right now. Or I think Silver Tempest has a trainer gallery. And Astro Radiance. So yeah, go grab those. Those are only $54. I think trainer galleries are going to be the next version of alt arts. When alt arts get too expensive like they are right now to acquire, the TG cards are still incredible. Pokemon with their trainers and those last 4 sets are going to climb in price. Those singles are going to climb in price. And I think these Elite Trainer Boxes, those ones that are priced in the $50 mark, are going to follow suit. So Battle Styles, I guess, is $46. But anyways, Champion's Path, 109. Vivid Voltage, 61. Gorgeous looking box with the Pikachu on it. Shining Fates, $69. Battle Styles is $46. Chilling Rain, $64. Chilling Rain is one of the ones that I cannot understand how Chilling Rain and Lost Origin, okay, are $64 and $65. Those would be 2 I'd be looking at possibly getting a sealed case of. Yes, I said it. Maybe when bonus season comes around, depending on what that looks like, maybe in March I get a sealed case of I'm a firm believer in Chilling Rain as the second best set in Sword and Shield. For $64 a booster box, I can get a 10 box case for probably $500-600, and I just think at some point that's gonna go over 1,000. So that's just one of the plays I'm looking at. Evolving Skies, 226, pretty stable at a $250,000. Don't know whoever says anything like that. And this is the less cool variant in my opinion. Now it's gonna all be, that's preference based, which evolutions are your favorite. But I like the Flareon, Leafeon, Vaporeon, the OGs, with Umbreon. The arguably the most popular and strongest evolution. Those are on the other box. I have this box. I need to cop the other box. That's going to be one I keep sealed. So that's also a play I'm looking at. Celebrations, $114. Celebrations cards are on the rise. That's another topic for another day. But the Umbreon Gold Star, Celebrations reprint is up to like $58 raw. That's nutty. Got this for $15, and I don't plan on getting rid of it. It's my only copy, but that's crazy that there's 400% growth there. Fusion Strike, this one is up to 105. This is matching the growth of the now $500 booster box. I'm frustrated because many stores in my area were selling these for $40 and couldn't sell them for $40. I could have bought 100 of them. I chose not to. It's Fusion Strike. I saw every store in the world selling them for $40, so I thought, I don't need to purchase these now. I can wait. Well, I waited, and new sets kept coming out, and oh, let's go get Surging Sparks. Let's put all our money into the big Pikachu. Let's go get Prismatic. All the while, these were slowly but surely selling, and then all of a sudden, boom, explosion. I missed out. Can't get these for $40 anymore. Now these are, what, 105? That's crazy. And that just goes to show when the prices are low, but you don't think you really need to get them yet, get them. And we'll get to a 151 play in the next slide. Brilliant Stars, $64. Astro Radiance, $54. Pokemon Go, $62. Not a whole lot to pull in Pokemon Go. Specialty set nonetheless. There are no booster boxes, so the ETB is going to be high. Lost Origin 65, Silver Tempest 54, another Trainer Gallery set. And then the one that has probably the most growth without fully analyzing that is Crown Zenith at $103. These were also, I went to a warehouse sale probably in October or November. I want to say it was pre-Thanksgiving, but I went to a local game store's warehouse sale. They happen biannually, one in the summer, one in the winter, and they just sell everything that they can't sell or haven't been selling, and they sell stuff at a discount. They had $40 Crown Zenith ETBs. I chose to buy two that I didn't have, Sword and Shield base, Battle Styles, and then I bought a couple specialty boxes to rip open or something like that. I spent around $200. I probably should have bought in 5 Crown Zenith ETBs for $40, and now that would have returned me $515 on a $200 purchase. That is 250% growth. So that was a missed play. Those are now 103. Anyways, the total's 1464. Now flipping you over to Scarlet and Violet era ETBs. We start with Scarlet and Violet base. That is still super low at 45. I don't know how high this one's going to get, but Scarlet and Violet base singles have grown. The Sword and Shield base ETBs, $61. So will this one eventually gain $15-20? Yes. But I don't know how fast that one's going to grow. But that one's still pretty cheap. Paldea has grown substantially, just like the booster boxes are $250 now. It's almost out of its reprint window. It is popular enough to warrant a reprint. I don't know if we'll get it, but it is a super pricey, high demand, big hits, 20 cards over $20, 36 illustration rares, the Magikarp. Like you guys get why this set is huge. That's up to $60. What's more shocking is the weaker of the two sets here, Obsidian Flames, is up to $75. Obsidian Flames is rising. People are starting to appreciate the artwork and the set based around Charizard for what it is. Two things to note here is pull rates derailed the set, and the amount it was printed derailed the set. However, and it's a super small set, so you're going to just pull what you want to pull, essentially. However, once people started to see the terrible pull rates of the newer sets, I think part of that made it a little bit more fun and made people appreciate the fact that you can pull that Ninetales, you can pull that SIR Charizard fairly easily. You can pull a lot of good stuff from these boxes, and once the demand for those cards or the awareness of their beauty and collectability grew and gained and those prices went up, the sealed product followed, even though they're easier to pull. The promo also drove this quite a bit. So the ETB promo is the Charmander. Well, this is the Japanese counterpart, but it is essentially this artwork. And this promo is now, gosh, somewhere in the $15 to $25 raw range, and like 1 to 200 in a PSA 10. Obviously those are wide ranges, but I think it's like a $25 card right now, and it's in every Elite Trainer box. So there's reasons why that one's $75. It shocks me that it's over Paldea, but the promo card is driving that, even though the Paldea promo is still Pikachu and all the starters and pretty iconic. I think both of those are going to be good investments going forward and have risen a lot. 151, insane. The amount of 151 ETBs I've opened is I don't even want to admit it, and they were all purchased at under $60. Now they're 173, and the Pokemon Center one is approaching 300. So you can't find them anymore. You can't find them in stores. If you can, it's almost too much to fathom spending for 9 packs. But it is a gorgeous ETB. All right, it's got Snorlax on it. It's got the silhouettes of all 151 Pokemon. You get this promo card. I mean, 151, it is king. It will be king. Yes, the talk right now is the upcoming Battle Partners Journey Together set. It's Prismatic Evolutions. It's Surging Sparks. Yes, we get it. But 151 will be the most mastered and hyped, and in 10 years from now, it will be the set of the era. And it got so many people back into the hobby. And now that you can't find ETBs, and Blooming Waters has come out, yes, but not a reprint of the ETBs. And a lot of people can't even get their hands on the Blooming Waters product. So this is now $173. A play I'm thinking of making is there were no Master Balls in English 151. There were in Japanese 151. Right now, all the hype is on these new English sets and Prismatic Evolutions and Surging Sparks. Nobody's looking at Japanese 151 booster boxes since they were reprinted. They got up to $200 a box for 20 packs and one Master Ball, and then they plummeted back down to like $80, $90. Now they sit at around $100 to $110. This is a set that once 151's out of its reprint window, and the only way to get a Master Ball is through Japanese 151. Japanese 151 is a super fun opening experience. It's an iconic set, and it has the only 151 Master Ball variants in it. For $105 right now, that is almost as much of a guaranteed ROI if you're looking for a long-term play here. 151 Japanese booster boxes. I'm hoping to get 5 or 6 sealed and keep them sealed, but also keep a few to open 2 years from now when they're $250 a piece and I can't afford opening them at that price. So that is something I'm looking at. A product I've opened a lot of, Japanese 151. It's a very, very fun experience. The card quality is great. We've pulled some epic cards, like pulling this Mewtwo Master Ball and having it grade a PSA 10, and then pulling what's a promo in English, but a SAR in Japanese 151. This Mew alternate art SAR also hit a 10. Both were pulled either in back-to-back boxes or the same box. I remember it was crazy. But just it's an all-time set. So that's a play I'm looking to make. Paradox Rift ETB, $49. Also great artwork in that set. I think you have the Steelix, the construction site Steelix in that set. And the Groudon is the biggest card in the set now. Almost at $100. Paldean Fates, $98. This booster box or ETB has flown up. Even looking at the $84 it was 2 weeks ago, it was a lot less than that months ago. So it is doing nothing but climb, and Paldean Fates, because of the Bubble Mew and because of the Charizard and the Gardevoir and the Shinies, there's a lot of baby Shinies that are north of $5 now. $98 for a sealed ETB. Temporal Forces, $50. Twilight Masquerade, $63. I think Temporal Forces is a better set with more desirable cards in it, but it is top heavy in Twilight Masquerade with the Greninja and then the Carmine, or the Perrin. But nonetheless, $63 there. Shrouded Fable, $42, continues to be a low desired, not talked about or hyped up set. It's a small set, not a lot of cards people want, a lot for playability, yes, and a lot of those are driving a price, but you do have that Houndoom, you do have the Dusk Nor cards that are climbing. I think this is a play that if you wanted to buy a cheap booster box, similar to some of the cheaper ones in Sword and Shield, you could pick up a bunch of Shroud Fable for $40, and I don't think you'll lose on that. It's just not a set I desire having a lot of. And that's part of, like, I don't have sealed product, but looking toward the future, I really only want sealed product of sets that kind of get me stoked. I don't really care about making too much money. It's nice to make money. I more want to make money on sets that I believe in, that I have a lot of, and that I have fond memories of, right? I'm not just going to go buy a set because it's what everyone's talking about and I'm trying to make a play. I want to make a educated play off of sets that mean a lot to me. So Paldea, Evolved, 151, potentially Surging Sparks, and then Chilling Reign from Sword and Shield. Then you get a Stellar Crown with the Squirtle and Bulbasaur. This is about the most stagnant from a singles price standpoint set that there is. Stellar Crown's just existed, and it's at $51 in ETB now. Surging Sparks is at $83. This has gone up. It's steadily going up, but it's not outrageous. I think looking at what Prismatic Evolutions is costing and the redonkulously difficult pull rates of Prismatic Evolutions, if I'm looking at paying $83 or $105, I'm probably paying the $83. Now, yeah, you have a chance at pulling a $2,000 Sunbreon and sweet Master Balls. I get it. But Prismatic, with the amount of product that should be printed here in the future, I can't put 105 into an ETB, which is what Prismatic Evolutions is going for right now. But those are two of the most expensive behind Paldean Fates and 151. All in, you're looking at $894 currently. The era is not over, but you know, we're coming up on the close of the era. You're looking at $894 for those 5, 10, 12, 11 or 12 ETBs. 2 weeks ago it was $829. This growth of $70 would have been even higher if the Prismatic Evolutions ETBs didn't plummet $40, which just goes to show they were going for $150. Now they're going for $105. Will they go for $70 or $80 in a couple weeks? Time will tell. But yeah, hopefully you guys found that informative. If you're looking to just buy ETBs and you're like, hey, what would it cost to get one of each? That was the purpose of this video. But yeah, absolute juice to always give you guys content. Subscribe if you haven't. It goes a long way. We're approaching 1.5 thousand subscribers. Thank you as always for the support. This means a lot to me. This community means a lot to me, and you guys do too. So most importantly, be a good person. Tell someone you love them as always, and we will catch you in the next video. Peace.